There is a video currently going viral at the moment of Alex Phillips pretty much raging on the mayor of London, the Muslim mayor of London, I should say, Sadiq Khan, because, well, he doesn't actually know what a grooming gang is. And he has to ask for the definition several times. His answer to a hearing, I guess it is, was utterly despicable and disgusting. And Sadiq Khan is truly a vile, horrible human being. And recently, I believe on the 7th of July, they had the memorial for the terrorist attacks over in London. And, well, ladies and gentlemen, Sadiq Khan failed to mention who was responsible because, well, it's part of his religion. Can't talk negatively about Muslims that actually committed the terrorist attack, can we? No. We're going to say people that are different to you and I. We're going to use that terminology, right? So not only are people outraged at that, can't even acknowledge that they were terrorists that killed many people. No, now we're outraged, and Alex Phillips just rips into Sadiq Khan, calling him a disgusting human being, and I would have to echo that through the rooftops. He is truly disgusting. If you cannot acknowledge what a grooming gang or the grape gangs in the UK are, you've got a problem, or it makes me believe that you're part of it. Because you are Muslim after all, aren't you? And you are defending the Muslims that committed these atrocities to the victims. What a massive slap in the face to all of the child victims that were part of Rotherham, you name it. The grooming gang scandal, or the grape gang scandal, is one of the most horrific scandals in UK history, probably the world, that we know of at the moment. What happened to those innocent young girls is unacceptable, and it makes me sick to my stomach. I have reported on this a number of times, and honestly, every time that I do, afterwards, I feel sick. I feel sick right now. But I do it because it's important. And I call out people like this, Sadiq Khan. How in the world does this man sleep at night? Probably peacefully, I might add, because the guy is so corrupt. The guy is actually the definition of evil. Evil incarnate, by the looks of things. Have a watch of this, and I guarantee it will make your blood boil.
I just watch his response. It will make your blood boil.
I asked you this question last week and you found every which way but not to answer it. Just how many grooming gangs have we got in London?
To avoid any misunderstanding, can she define what she means by that?
Yes, if you look at what's gone on in Rotherham, where there are people taking young girls, grooming them for sex, that is what I'm talking about.
We know in London there are issues about exploitation of young people, but they're not as defined by the member in her definition of what those types of gangs are.
So are you saying we haven't got the same sort of gangs that are in Rotherham, Bradford and lots of other places in the country?
Just for your misunderstanding, what does she mean by that?
You know full well what I mean by that. It's all over the television. You know exactly what I mean by that. These gangs of people that are grooming young girls for sex, do we actually have those in London?
I'm unclear, Chair, what is meant by the question. If you could spell it out, I can answer.
I've just spelt it out. Are you not listening? It's the sort of gangs that groom young girls at a young age for sex. Exactly how much clearer do you want me to be?
That makes me so livid I could cry. That disgusting human being who happens to be the Mayor of London, who also happens to hold the title of the Police and Crime Commissioner as part of that role, that responsibility, obfuscating, gaslighting, bullying, belittling. These are little girls, underage minors, being by gangs in our capital city. You do not play games over this. If this was anybody else in any other position of authority, that clip alone should have seen his head roll. London Mayor, you're a disgrace. You're disgusting. You do not deserve to be in that position, not when the welfare, the well-being, the dignity, the integrity, the safety and the innocence of children in the capital city is at stake. You are the most deplorable, despicable, horrible human being to answer that question like that. Now, you get back in that seat, you answer the question properly, you get the stats, you hold the police to account. That is what you're supposed to be doing. That is what I'm paying you to do. As someone who pays taxes, living in London, I should expect no less. The country should expect no less.
What the hell? Like, can you please define what you mean by grooming gangs in London? So the member clearly defines it. London, we know that we have issues of child exploitation, but not in the kind of sense that you're referring to, not in the sense of them being used for sex. No. They're not used for that at all. So what are they used for exactly? Please explain further. And Sadiq once again goes, can you please define that? Can you please spell it out for me? You're sounding like an idiot because you are one, first and foremost. And not only that, you are the definition of pure evil is what you are. This is the mayor of London, ladies and gentlemen. This is the mayor that is looking after London City. And as far as I was aware, London City at the moment is an actual hellscape under this sicko. Seems to be a utopia for Muslims because they get away with grooming young kids by the looks of things. Even he admitted, we've got child exploitation going on. We're fully aware of that. Haven't done anything about it. We're aware of it. We're not going to do anything about it. So let's just leave it, shall we? Let's move on. I'm not going to get into it, right? Look at his smug face. Disgusting, isn't it? Damn, I have to say, Alex Phillips rips into Sadiq. Now, recently, as we know, I made a video about this. Your king, not my king, and I know many people that are watching me don't believe that King Charles is actually their king. King Charles knighted Sadiq Khan, the first ever Muslim to be knighted, ever. Let that sink in for a moment. The man that holds the Church of England decided to knight a Muslim. Huh? Okay. Why did that actually happen? It was a statement to the entire world of progressivism and to show the entire world that Islam has truly won, truly taken over the UK. I had a huge problem. So did many people with Sir Sadiq Khan. The man does not even deserve the title. The man deserves to be thrown in prison for everything that he has done to London. Not to mention, he can't even actually talk about the grooming gangs. He needs someone to define it for him. And even then, that's not good enough. What the actual hell? Alex Phillips went off, and I'm glad that she did. She is a taxpayer. She deserves him to do his damn job. Problem we've got nowadays in politics is it's become a utopia for corrupt people. You don't get into politics nowadays to make a difference. You get into politics now to get paid and to do horrible things. That's what it seems. If you are in politics and you are a good person, great. But I don't see you changing much because there's far too many corrupt people already in positions of power. And you are helpless to do anything. Because if we did have more people with actual conviction that wanted to do the right thing, I guarantee you it would look totally different. But we don't. So instead, we've got the Muslim mayor of London, can't answer what grooming gangs are, is making the city of London worse by the day. Now, Alex, I don't think him going in the chair, showing the stats or whatever else is really going to help. I think personally he just needs to be thrown in jail and someone else like Ant Middleton needs to take over as mayor of London. And I hope to God that he does. I really do. Man with conviction. Good kind of conviction I'm talking about. Anyway, that's enough from me. You guys take care. Be blessed. And I'll see you all in the next video.